Hello and welcome to this edition of FYI Weekly, your official source for City of Greensboro news and information. The fall leaf season is in full effect and the loose leaf collection program is underway now through the end of January. The two collection windows are as follows. Leaves placed by the curb by November 7th will be picked up by December 22nd. If you miss that window, leaves placed at the curb by December 28th will be picked up by January 27th. Residents should follow these guidelines for a successful collection experience. Rake leaves to the edge of your yard behind the curb, not in the street. Be sure to remove sticks, rocks, and other debris that may damage city equipment. Do not park vehicles on, in front of, or near the pile of leaves. Follow the collection trucks by checking the interactive map to see where your neighborhood falls on the leaf collection schedule. You can dispose of leaves year-round. Simply put them at the curb in clear plastic bags or a plastic or metal garbage can. Crews will collect the leaves on your regular trash collection day. The leaves are converted into compost to fertilize city gardens and landscaped areas. The compost is on sale for $20 per truckload at the White Street landfill located on White Street. The leaf collection schedule may change due to inclement weather. Please note the city does not collect loose leaves on private streets. For more information, call the contact center at 336-373-2489. The votes are in for Cycle 4 Greensboro participatory budgeting. More than 2,100 votes were cast. Residents in all 5 city council districts voted to fully fund 20 projects and/or programs and partially fund 2 citywide projects. This year's winning projects included bus shelters and park improvements. A project to install lily pad-style seating at 25 bus stops citywide received the most votes in each city council district. Residents also decided to fund an environmental scan to identify historically significant neighborhoods and to deploy sign toppers to identify a heritage community. Residents could spend up to $100,000 in each city council district. If proposals did not have enough money to be fully funded, staff evaluated whether the project could be partially completed. The selected projects with the most votes in each district will be sent to the city manager for inclusion in the fiscal year 2023-24 budget, which goes into effect July 1st, 2023. City Council will consider the PB budget next spring. For more information about participatory budgeting, visit the city's website. Drivers in downtown Greensboro will notice portions of North Eugene Street are closed between Smith and Belmead Streets due to a water main replacement. The job is expected to be completed by Monday, November 30th. Crews are starting with the lanes at the north end of North Eugene Street near West Smith Street. They will progress to the middle of the block, ending at the south end near West Belmead Street. Motorists are urged to use alternate routes or expect delays near the work area. Access to businesses and residences in the area will not be affected, and additional on-street parking will be available during construction. Work schedules are dependent on weather conditions and equipment availability. To learn more about lane and road closures and to receive email notifications about upcoming street projects, visit the city's website. Cone Health has partnered with the city to share a series of brief and informative videos designed to inspire you to make better choices when it comes to healthy living. Following these tips is an easy way to help each of us improve our quality of life. Let's take a moment to check out today's news for your health.
Coronavirus is in the community and we have to adjust to its presence, but it doesn't mean you can't live your lives. We just want you to be safe. A lot of people are beginning to go back out and do things, so let's talk about some ways to stay safe. When you're out in public, it's important that you always bring your mask. A helpful tip is to just go ahead and mark the outside of your mask with a marker. That way you can keep track of which side is outside and which side is inside. It's very important that you wear your mask the proper way. You take the loop of the mask, go ahead and put that behind your ear, making sure it's secure, and then tuck it under your chin and cover your nose. When you remove your mask, you do the same thing. You do the reverse. You're going to go ahead and take the loop off your ear, And then you're going to pull your mask down. Don't grab the front of the mask. Just go ahead and pull it off of your face. And then wash your hands. If you wear a cloth mask, wash it and dry it with high heat in the dryer. Don't just keep wearing the same mask over and over. Cough into your sleeve. Still practice good hand hygiene. Wash your hands every time you touch your mask. It's not 100% of a seal, but it decreases the risk of cross-contamination if someone talks or sneezes, and also prevents you from getting someone else sick. Wash your hands with soap and water for 20 seconds. The proper technique is to make sure that you wash from the fingertips all the way to your wrist, allowing your hands to get in full contact with the soap, lathering completely and rinsing. Items like pens, doorknobs, keyboards, remote controls, we call those high contact surfaces. Bring your own pen, save yourself some time with having to decontaminate everything. Also clean off your steering wheel. Many of us eat in the car and we're rushing, so we eat our meal, touch the steering wheel, we touch our cell phones, and we can also contaminate ourselves that way. So wash your hands often and make sure that you are using your hand sanitizer when you're out and about. If you choose to wear gloves, they're single-use items, so you want to discard your gloves, not touching multiple surfaces because you'll contaminate everything. When out in public or with groups larger than 5 or 10 people, you always want to maintain social distancing. That means that you maintain about 6 feet between you and the next person when possible. It's also important to avoid crowded spaces when you can. Many places are beginning to limit how many people they let into stores, but you could do that on your own by just scanning the room and then waiting until the crowd passes. If you have symptoms of coronavirus, stay home, call one of the many clinics at Cone Health and you can do a virtual visit, and we'll talk with you about testing. Coronavirus is in our community, so as we adjust to this new normal, we want you to continue to live your lives. Just to remember to keep safe, keeping each other protected by following these tips.
The City of Greensboro will host a special event to recognize lives lost in our transgender community. And Creative Greensboro is seeking submissions for the 2023 Downtown Arts Program. We'll have those stories and more news coming up after the break. Stay with us. Welcome back to FYI Weekly. Backed by popular demand, Creative Greensboro is accepting applications for the second annual Downtown Arts Program happening in 2023. This is a paid opportunity for local visual artists to have their work displayed throughout downtown Greensboro. The deadline to apply is Monday, December 5th. Applicants must be Greensboro-based artists with a practice in painting, sculpting, drawing, ceramics, glass, photography, digital, or fiber arts. A total of 10 artists will be selected for the Art on Downtown Kiosks program. Each artist will receive a $500 honorarium, and their work will be displayed on the digital kiosks throughout downtown for at least 10 weeks. The artists are also featured on Creative Greensboro's website and social media channels. One artist will be selected to create an original work of art for the Art in City Hall program. They'll receive a $3,000 commission to create an original artwork that will become part of the city's permanent collection and be displayed in city facilities. The commissioned work will also be produced and prominently displayed at the Melvin Municipal Office Building, also known as City Hall. A selection committee will review all eligible submissions to choose the 10 artists, artwork, and the special commission artist. All art will be displayed in 2023 through early 2024. For more information about the Downtown Arts, contact Karen Archia at 336-433-7362. The city's Transgender Task Force will host a Transgender Day of Remembrance. The vigil will be held on Sunday, November 20th from 5:30 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. in front of the Melvin Municipal Office Building located at 300 West Washington Street. The Day of Remembrance commemorates all transgender people who lost their lives to violence. It was started in 1999 by advocate Gwendolyn Ann Smith to honor the memory of Rita Hester, a transgender woman killed in 1998. This event will highlight the Greensboro community's losses due to anti-gender, transgender bigotry, and violence, while raising awareness of the importance of continuing to fight for justice. The mission of the Transgender Task Force is to provide public education on transgender issues and to improve the quality of life for the city's transgender residents. To learn more about the task force, contact Liz Lennon, Commission's Administrator in the Human Rights Department at 336-373-2038. The Greensboro Police Department is adding an EMS component to the Behavioral Health Response Team. This position is made possible by a Support Team Assisted Response or STAR grant through North Carolina House Bill 802. Billy Silvera, community health paramedic with Guilford County Emergency Medical Services Division, has joined the team. Silvera has an extensive work history serving patients with behavioral health and developmental disabilities and has worked as a paramedic since 2014. Now, an officer, licensed clinician, and paramedic respond together in one vehicle to calls where a mental health issue may be present. GPD introduced the Behavioral Health Response Team in January of 2021. Since then, the team has answered approximately 4,000 calls for service. While BHeart responds to individuals experiencing a crisis, the officers, clinicians, and paramedics are also responsible for follow-up and coordination of services. The goal of the program is to provide comprehensive support through this three-pronged approach. Recycling correctly and in a responsible manner is an important part of reducing our carbon footprint on the planet. Coming up after the break, we'll check in with the city's recycling educator about a nationwide event you can take part in locally. Stay with us. Welcome back to FYI Weekly. When it comes to reducing our carbon footprint on the planet, recycling is an easy way to accomplish that. The key is to get more people to pay attention to what is recyclable. Joining me now to promote an opportunity all residents can take part in is Macy DeMoss. She is the Recycling and Waste Reduction Educator for the City of Greensboro. Welcome back, Macy.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Always good to see you. So we need to mark our calendars for America Recycles Day. Tell us about the event and when is it taking place?
Yes, so America Recycles Day is a day anybody can participate in, and it happens on November 15th every year. And it's a day to appreciate, learn about, and encourage others to recycle.
Okay, so like I said in the intro, recycling, it's really not complicated, but some people make it more complicated because they're not recycling the right thing, or maybe some labels are misleading us and we're supposed to recycle and maybe not. Yes. So how can the community join your effort and support America Recycles Day? Yeah,
so one way to join and participate in America Recycles Day is to learn about Greensboro's recycling. So in Greensboro, we only want to recycle plastic bottles, tubs, and jugs, metal food and drink cans, and paper and cardboard. And that's it.
That's it.
Yep. So we want people to learn about that. You can always reach out and teach others about recycling and what is and isn't recyclable. And we also do tours of the recycling center. So folks can come and do a tour of the recycling center to really see how recycling works. Yes. And really get in depth with it.
Okay, and the do's and don'ts, because we don't want contamination on the treadmill, I guess the ramp.
Yeah.
And we have a wizard on the app. If you like the apps, there's an app for everything.
Yeah,
so it kind of gives you a cheat sheet.
Yes, exactly. The GSO Collects app has the Waste Wizard. You can search anything, virtually anything, and the answer will come up. Is it recyclable? If not, should you put it in the trash? Where should you take it? All of that is available on the GSO Collects app.
Which is free.
Yes.
Now, how else are you challenging our residents for America Recycles Day?
Yeah, so we are having a little challenge going on with our What Goes Where game, which is a new game that came out this year. It's a really fun game, pretty simple to do. All you have to do is play the game. Once you finish the game, it gives you a certificate. You can email that to us at gogreen@greensboro-nc.gov. Email us that and you're going to get entered to win some prizes.
Okay, people love prizes. I'm sure it's going to be fun. Like you can get the wrong answer, but we'll let you try again.
Yeah, exactly. It's just a learning experience. It's not, you can't lose the game.
Exactly.
Everybody wins.
Well, we love the games that everyone wins. And again, we want everyone to be engaged on November 15th.
Yes, November 15th.
All day.
Yes.
America Recycles Day. Okay, Macy, thank you for that. And we always look forward to the events that you promote because you try to give us fun ways to do the right thing and make sure that we're recycling first and foremost, but doing it correctly.
Yes.
Come back and see us.
Thank you.
Thank you. Stay tuned for some interesting and useful information about Greensboro as we tell you something about the city. That's coming up after the break. Stay with us. Welcome back to FYI Weekly. One way to stay informed about decisions that impact you and our city is by attending or tuning in to City Council meetings at 5:30 p.m. on the first and third Tuesday of the month. The fourth Tuesday is reserved for a meeting as needed. The City Council has resumed meeting in the Katie Dorset Council Chamber on Level 2 of the Melvin Municipal Office Building located at 300 West Washington Street. The public is allowed in person, but only in a limited capacity. Those who choose not to be in the building can participate virtually. The Greensboro City Council meetings are broadcast right here on GTN. The meetings are also streamed live on the city's website and on Roku. To review the council meeting schedule and agendas, please visit the city's website. Here's an opportunity to learn a little something about the city. Guilford County is spearheading Operation Greenlight to support veterans of all military conflicts and to raise awareness about the unique challenges faced by many veterans and their families. From today through November 13th, Guilford County buildings in Greensboro and High Point will be glowing green each night. You can support the effort by adding a green light bulb to your home or business. The light lets veterans know they are seen, appreciated, and supported. Each year, Guilford County serves an estimated 29,000 veterans through its Veterans Service Office and other county agencies. The Guilford County Veterans Service Office provides a wide variety of resources and is part of a nationwide network of programs at the county, state, and federal level specifically designated to assist veterans and their families. By shining the green light at work and in our homes, we're expressing our profound gratitude for the sacrifices and contributions our veterans and their families made on the battlefield and at home. Green light bulbs are available through Amazon or at Lowe's home improvement stores. Join the campaign on Veterans Day by sharing your photos on social media using the hashtag #GuilfordGlowsGreen. Coming up after the break, we'll showcase our department spotlight, but first, let's see how the city of Greensboro celebrates diversity in the workplace.
Equity and inclusion are vital for the city of Greensboro's ability to grow and innovate in such a fast-changing environment. One Greensboro is a monthly show that highlights some of the ways the Office of Equity and Inclusion honors the observances listed on our heritage calendar and spotlights a City of Greensboro employee in a segment we call The One. These observances are an integral part of the National Equal Employment Opportunity and Civil Rights Program and encourage us to live as one people, one community, one Greensboro.
Welcome back. The City of Greensboro has more than 20 departments and several divisions committed to serving you, our residents and visitors. Let's go behind the scenes in our department spotlight. Dr. Danielle Harrison has been appointed to serve as the Interim Executive Director of Guilford Works, which is the Guilford County Workforce Development Board. Former Executive Director Chris Rivera was appointed to the role in 2019. He is now Vice President for Business Solutions at South Piedmont Community College near Charlotte. Having served as the Deputy Director since 2020, Harrison will now provide executive and administrative leadership. Additionally, she will continue implementing the Workforce Development Board's mission, vision, and strategies, including the promotion and support for the board's advancement of economic development and workforce programs. Dr. Harrison has more than 16 years of experience in workforce and people development, including managing education programs, vocational training, and employment contracts for adult offenders. Straight ahead on the other side of the break is this week's Way to Go GSO Shout Out. Stay with us. As we draw to a close, we always want to end on a positive note with our Way to Go GSO Shout Out. This week's shout out goes to the Greensboro Parks and Recreation Department. The Adaptive and Inclusive Recreation team hosted an Adaptive Sports Expo. This partnership with the Community and Therapeutic Recreation Department at UNC Greensboro took place at the Greensboro Sportsplex. Participants were able to play a variety of adaptive sports which use amended rules or equipment to help people with disabilities enjoy the game. The expo featured Paralympic sports and other games including goal ball, wheelchair basketball, wheelchair tennis, sitting volleyball, and biking. The goal of the expo is to draw more community interest and awareness of adaptive sports. For more information, contact Adaptive and Inclusive Recreation Assistant Coordinator Caitlin Temple at 336-373-2954. That concludes this edition of FYI Weekly, but you can easily stay connected to the latest city news by linking to us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram. Alexa users can subscribe to our 5-minute flash briefings, which airs on 90.1 FM and 100.7 FM. Be sure to download both weekly podcasts, Talk City Greensboro and Connect GSO, plus GTN is streaming on Roku. For all of us here at the City of Greensboro, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.